have you had the audacity to forgive?
So how have I had the audacity to forgive? I would say it started when I was around 8 years old. My father was actually murdered in a drive-by shooting.
So I had the audacity to forgive myself. For a long time, I sort of blamed myself for having my daughter.
I hated my father for everything he did to my mom, like physically and emotionally. I even scratched out some of his pictures.
And you know, that had a huge effect on me, like emotionally and stuff like that. And so during that time, I decided, you know, I'm gonna choose to forgive the man that murdered my father.
I felt that I was irresponsible, but through much thought and reflection, I realized that it's okay. And I did a good thing by bringing my daughter in this world, and she is the greatest gift, my greatest gift, and is the greatest gift to the world.
But in 5th grade, I was told to write an essay for the DARE program stating who inspired us the most. So I wrote about my mom, who's a single mother, and I asked her if she's still mad at my dad, and she said, the people who you keep your anger devoted to are the people who hold power over you. Life doesn't stop moving just because you do.
Growing up, you know, when I experienced certain things like, you know, relationship hurt or, you know, hurt from family members, I would always think back to the commitment that I made to myself. You know, if I could forgive this man for taking away something that was so precious to me, I can forgive this person who, you know, might be causing pain in my life right now.
I had the audacity to forgive.
So I had the audacity to forgive myself.
I'm going to forgive others like I've been forgiven.
What has forgiveness taught you?
My most influential lesson of forgiveness was taught after a heartbreak.
Speaking from personal experience, when my ex cheated on me with another guy, I was devastated. And I never thought that I would be able to forgive my ex for what was done to me.
I was with a man for 5 years, and he wound up cheating on me, and we broke up. And I had to forgive him. I actively forgive every day.
My journey towards healing and reconciliation began the very moment that I refused to allow myself to continue to function in bitterness, anger, resentment, and unforgiveness towards this trusted family friend that was also responsible for murdering my brother.
To hold on to the hurt and the darkness inflicted upon me by someone else cost me too much light, and that wasn't a price I was willing to continue to pay.
I did my due diligence. I did what I felt was right to be in the relationship, and
I refuse to allow myself to continue to function in bitterness, anger, resentment, and unforgiveness.
I needed to restore my light, change the bulbs, brighten up my insides. And in order to do that, I had to come and really understand that I needed to forgive on a daily basis. And what that means for me is understanding that everything in my life is part of a bigger framework, and it's bigger than me. It's bigger than what I go through. It's bigger than who's hurt me, and it has more to do with my purpose.
Time definitely does help heal all wounds, and realizing that the underlying reasons for what transpired was really my ex's issue, not mine.
Not only was I angry towards this person, but I was also angry with God. Because God, how dare you allow something so tragic to happen to my family, and you leave us with no form of healing, reconciliation, justice, and God, you remain silent.
It's not easy to release the feelings of anger or resentment.
The more that you release those feelings and embrace forgiveness, you take back more of your light in exchange for that darkness.
I was able to move on and forgive my ex, and I learned my lesson, and I'm a much better person for it.
The moment that I decided to no longer drink the poison of unforgiveness and expect this person to die and expect God to remain silent was the very moment I found the audacity to live again, the audacity to be healed, and the audacity to be real.